We'll be our final person today for media. Start with Rick Hummel, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
You feel like you did too many good things in this game to lose it?
No question about that. Good baseball. We split the series and played it as good a baseball as you can almost play. 2 bad innings.
How many more gut punches can you take in 2 or 3 day span than what you absorbed here?
We'll punch back. We'll show up. Be ready to go tomorrow in Cincinnati. This team fights.
What would you say about your bullpen until the ninth inning?
I thought it was tremendous. The whole game, guys fought their tails off all game, and, KK gave us what he had, got through 4, and, Garcia comes in, gets that, clean 5th and gets to lead a guy in the 6th, and Matt gets 2 quick outs and clears the 7th, and Gio's efficient 8th. Those guys were fantastic. Defense tremendous. Harrison made another, 5-star catch, which is one of the big reasons in there, and no one made a play that, really is as good as you're going to see, and Goldie helped him out on the other side of it, and, we did all the little things pretty much well, and, O'Neill had a ball off the wall for a triple to get a run, and Carp took a tremendous at-bat, to work a long walk, and Eddie put a swing on to give us the lead, just couldn't bring it home.
I was going to ask you about that walk. How important was that? And not only did he work it to 10 pitches, but he got on base too.
Yeah, that was huge. That guy, it's a steamy day. Guys out there pitching well, but getting to that point of the game where he's getting towards the end, and anytime you have a leadoff walk at any time that's long or a long at bat to start an inning, that's usually positive for the offense. But especially when a guy's been out there on a smoker of a day and tremendous 10-pitch at bat, and don't take anything from Eddie because he's been taking good swings and capable, but did his part to wear him down, and then he got a good pitch and smoked it out of the ballpark.
How do you suppose Alex can work on those walks? He's had too many this year, and he's gotten by with most of them.
Yeah, he's lived to tell about it. Didn't today. The stuff's good. Just can't explain it, but there's got to be more consistent regardless of what he does moving forward. And his stuff's been good enough. He's been able to live to tell about it for the most part, but he put himself in harm's way today, and we got harmed. And he feels bad. I know he hurts. This guy's got a heart of a lion. But he just the walks in a slider that this guy's come out of nowhere and just absolutely annihilate us. We weren't able to make good pitches to him, and he made us pay.
Thank you.
Benjamin Hockman, St. Louis Post-Dispatch.
Hey, Mike. As we've gotten to know you over the years, one thing we've learned is how much you care about the people that are your players. So I wanted to ask you about just what's this been like the last couple of weeks when there are the blown saves for Alex, because I know you've been such a part of his journey so far.
Yeah, it hurts. It's a fine line. He's been really good for us. Good the last couple times out. Last time out, clean save, and I got in this business for people and to help grow them and love them and coach them and get the best out of them. And I've got a couple different responsibilities now as part of that. But I'm a believer in people and believer in our guys, and I love the relationships. And it's hate to see our guys hurt, and I hate to see Alex hurt. And so he's a tough guy. He'll come back. He'll figure it out. There's been bumps in the road for everybody in our ball club. His bumps just happen to be more, more visible because they are more magnified. And but like I said, this is a game of bumps, and he's had a lot of ups. But when he guys pitching the game and he has a hiccup or a couple hiccups, it tells a little bit more and doesn't get to alibi it. So obviously feel for him, work with him, and we'll move on and figure out the best way to go about using him.
Thank you.
Yes.
Jeff Jones.
I actually was going to ask you what you said right at the end there. You said to move forward and think about the best way about using Alex. Is he going to stay in the role that he is in, or is that maybe up for consideration at this point?
You always have to consider it. I have a conversation with him. I've got to look at it. He's done a good job. We've got some candidates back there to be able to do it, but you know, always have to look to make adjustments. We do it all the time. Thankfully, haven't had to do it a lot with our bullpen. We've had some issues, you know, on some days. You know, I've had to say this more recently, so I get the frustration of it. But you know, candidly, that and our defense has been the two strongest parts of our club. Without these two parts of our club, we're not in the position we're at, which is in a really good spot to make a run this wild card. And you know, hurts today, and we'll continue to look at what that looks like and evaluate and go from there.
Katie Wu?
Get caught up in the recency bias nor diminish what Alex Reyes has been able to do for this club throughout the season. But have you seen anything in particular from him over his last few outings that have led to these results?
Yeah, I mean, I just, you know, when he was able to consistency of quality of pitch, you know, it's really the reality of it. I mean, he's got multiple weapons, live fastball, but he couldn't command it today. Really good changeup, which was effective. They got some swings on, but not consistently. You know, was around the zone, and he's got a wipeout slider. But you know, when he's good, he's doing those in the strike zone. He's controlling counts like everybody else. When he's not as good, he's getting behind. The walks are what, you know. That guy to solo homer there doesn't hurt you, you know. But he's facing the middle of the lineup. Let's don't forget that. He's facing the heart of what their better guys are, and you know, Reynolds is a tough at bat and took a good at bat and worked a walk, and you know, he got a tough guy in Moran, and you know, Stallings is a high walk guy, and he just gave in. You know, he didn't give in to him, but he didn't throw enough strikes to make him get himself out or give him a chance to get us out. And then, like I said, he, you know, Stu was a mistake hitter, and we made two mistakes, including that slider there. So just about consistency of quality of pitch.
I know he's working towards an innings limit, his target innings of 100. Is there a concern from you that fatigue may be playing in here?
I would say if the velocity was down, the stuff's not there, you know, it's a bridge. And look, you know, I know we've declared organizationally 100 innings, but I don't think we're married to it. I think we're forced to get him to that number. We know we need to get him to a certain number that represents next year. We also want to make sure that we're not doing too much after having missed 3 years and only getting 29 and a third, I think, last year. So it's a delicate balance of doing all those things and get him innings and then, oh, by the way, competing. So, you know, as far as your question about being tired, I don't think so. His recovery's good. His stuff looks crisp. You know, the only thing I'd say is, you know, his inability to repeat his quality of pitches, but he hasn't really done that all year necessarily. He's more of stuff than command, and but his velocity's good. There's no outliers or anything that we're looking at, you know, from a measurable standpoint that suggests that he's losing steam.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Zach Silver?
And like, there were just 2 games this weekend that were really, you guys were playing pretty handedly and just kind of fall away. So how do you digest those, or how do you, I guess, what you narrow in on when you're just stuck evaluating them, looking back on them? Obviously, it's a result business, but at least it seems like the processes that you guys want in order to win those games are there in the first place. How do you just kind of balance that, but also knowing that in the end, just kind of one swing, couple swings don't clear away?
I'm not sure if you just answered your own question. I'm not sure exactly what it is about the self-evaluating part, so if you could be more concise.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I guess it just means how do you balance feeling confident that things are there, but the results, just 2 games of two very, very wacky innings kind of go against your way. I guess, is there anything you look at in those 2 innings, or do you just sort of lean into the fact that the other, you know, however 20, 30 in this weekend were just where you wanted them?
Yeah, I mean, look, you know, I mean, I get it. This is the nature of this business, you know. I mean, people are I'm not saying they don't celebrate or appreciate, or, you know, we played 4 games of baseball, so that's, you know, about 36 innings of baseball, and we played about 34 of the most flawless innings of baseball you can play, and really those are 2 half innings. You know, you know, as far as self-evaluate, you know, guys are put in the right spot, guys are competing, got guys that have been good for us all year. You know, outside of having some kind of crazy crystal ball, you know, we've done a lot of things well, and I'm not going. There's no excuse, and there's, you know, it's the game. You know, I don't know what else to really explain or tell you. I'm sure people can have fault or blame, and that's fine. My chair accepts that, reasonable or unreasonable. So, you know, as far as self-evaluation, you know, I mean, we got 4 innings out of our starter, and maneuvered through it, and to the players' credit, they did a tremendous job to get to the ninth, and we walked a couple guys and got the ball in the ballpark. I don't, wasn't any strategy necessarily that you do anything different. Same thing with Cabrera. I mean, 13 pitches, the guy's been lights out, and he got hit. I wish I had something. If you got something, I'd love to hear it.
No, I was just asking how you sort of balance playing so much good baseball in 2 games. Good.
I don't overreact to it, man. I gotta appreciate the fact it hurts like crazy. It hurts everybody that is invested in our team. It hurts our team. It's tough. We're fighting our tails off. We don't have a lot of margin for error. Is what is probably a big part of this. And we do all these little things right, and but we just don't create a lot of margin for error. We did last night, and today we weren't able to, and it bit us. So, I don't really know what more to do to get out of this group. I think this group's playing as good at baseball as you can play, and unfortunately, the game's not always fair, and their side's trying too, and it's hard to control every single aspect, every single inning, every single game, and for the most part, we did it for 4 days, and I can't ask for much more.
Appreciate that.
Yes, thank you.
J-Ho Kim.
Hi, Skipper. 4 innings, 64 pitches. What did you think of KP?
I saw Christmas early. I saw him, starting to, in that 4th inning, starting to, ball wasn't quite as crisp, but still competing his tail off. There's no question KK is going to compete. He's going to give you everything he's got. This guy's got an amazing heart. Our max for him today was going to be around the 75 pitch mark. We knew we were going to be, in that 60 pitch range of evaluation, and sure enough, we got there, and he got bases loaded and nobody out, and to his credit, was able to escape with 1 and made some pitches. Still had something left in the tank, and probably emptied pretty much all of it, and made a lot of quality pitches. Got Tucker to got the fly ball to Stugo for the sac fly, responsible for all the runs, and got Tucker to ground out to end the inning. So I thought he pitched overall pretty well, and got to pretty much his limit, and went to the bullpen.
Back to Kamish.
It appears Stugo helped you with his defense in the outfield when you played the Pirates here recently, but were you surprised how much he hurt you offensively?
Yes. I mean, I don't want to take it away from him. He's a major league hitter. He's capable, but what he did against us, even at our place and here, is not something historically he's done consistently. We didn't pitch very well against him, and didn't make enough adjustments, and for whatever reason, we made pitches that he could put good swings on, and he made us pay big time.
And final one, win or lose, your mission in Cincinnati is still the same. You have to win that series, right?
Yeah, our mission is to win tomorrow. Our mission is to win tomorrow, and we'll take care of business from there. It's clearly a series of importance. I don't want to make it too important. I mean, today was important. It just was, and it didn't go our way. So every game's important when we play, and we'll show up tomorrow, and we'll get after it and go from there.
Thank you.
Yes, sir.
Thanks, everyone.